From Atishi's new innings as Delhi Chief Minister to Supreme Court's hearing on the RG Kaur case and who replaced Kolkata Police's Commissioner Vineet Goyal, let's get you all the big stories of the day in this news wrap. Hi, I'm Charulata Biswas and you're watching the Indian Express. Let's get you started. Big news of the day is from the national capital. Aam Aadmi Party's national convener, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, stepped down from the Chief Minister post 48 hours after he announced he would quit. Earlier in the day, Atishi's name was proposed by Kejriwal at the meeting of the legislature party and it was unanimously accepted by the AAP MLAs. Let's take a look at her first reaction after being named the Delhi CM.
कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने मुझ पे इतना भरोसा किया, लेकिन जितना सुख आज मेरे मन में है, आज उससे बहुत ज़्यादा दुख भी मेरे मन में है। दुख इसलिए कि दिल्ली के लोकप्रिय मुख्यमंत्री मेरे बड़े भाई अरविंद केजरीवाल जी आज इस्तीफा दे रहे हैं। मैं आज ये ज़रूर कहना चाहती हूँ आम आदमी पार्टी के सभी विधायकों की तरफ से, दिल्ली की 2 करोड़ जनता की तरफ से, कि दिल्ली का एक ही मुख्यमंत्री है और उस मुख्यमंत्री का नाम अरविंद केजरीवाल है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने पिछले 2 साल से अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को परेशान करने की, उनके खिलाफ षड्यंत्र रचने की कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी। एक ऐसा आदमी जो अपनी IRS कमिश्नर की नौकरी ठुकरा सकता था, एक ऐसा आदमी जो एक नई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से पहली बार चुनाव लड़के मुख्यमंत्री पद से इस्तीफा दे सकता था, ऐसे आदमी पर, ऐसे ईमानदार आदमी पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने भ्रष्टाचार के आरोप लगाए, झूठे केस किए, फर्जी केस किए, अपनी एजेंसीज ED को, CBI को उनके पीछे छोड़ दिया, उनको झूठे मुकदमे में 6 महीने तक जेल में रखा। आखिरकार सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उन्हें जमानत दी और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सिर्फ उनको जमानत नहीं दी, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने केंद्र सरकार के मुंह पे तमाचा मारा।
The announcement of Atishi's name for CM post prompted swift condemnation from the Bharatiya Janata Party, which launched a pointed attack on Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal and Atishi. The BJP shared a poster on social media depicting Kejriwal controlling Atishi like a puppet, fueling criticism of AAP's leadership. Here's what BJP Delhi President Virendra Sachdeva said.
मजबूरी में बनाया है अरविंद केजरीवाल ने, क्योंकि अरविंद केजरीवाल चाहकर भी अपनी मन मर्जी का मुख्यमंत्री नहीं बनवा सके। आतिशी को सारे विभाग दिए गए मनीष सिसोदिया के कहने पर, और मनीष सिसोदिया के दबाव में ही आतिशी को मुख्यमंत्री बनाया गया है। और मैं फिर कह रहा हूं कि चेहरा बदल गया है, लेकिन आम आदमी पार्टी का करैक्टर जो है, भ्रष्टाचारी करैक्टर, वो वहीं का वहीं है और दिल्ली की जनता उस भ्रष्टाचार का हिसाब मांग रही है।
सर, लोकसभा के जब इलेक्शंस हुए थे तब इन्होंने अलायंस किया था कांग्रेस के साथ, लेकिन एक भी महिला का नाम नहीं दिया था। अब एक महिला को सीएम बनाया।
एक महिला को सीएम बनाया, लेकिन आतिशी को जवाब देना पड़ेगा कि जितने टाइम से वो मंत्री हैं, आज दिल्ली की सड़कों की हालत देखिए, PWD विभाग वो देख रही हैं। अभी हमने उस दिन मुंडका से नांगलोई तक का जिक्र किया, दिल्ली की हर सड़क की यही हालत है। शिक्षा का काम आतिशी देख रही थी। 9th क्लास के 1 लाख से ज़्यादा बच्चे फेल हो जाते हैं, 11th क्लास के 54,000 बच्चे फेल कर दिए जाते हैं, तो उनके पेरेंट्स को जवाब तो देना पड़ेगा ना। इनका करैक्टर वही है, भ्रष्टाचार, और भ्रष्टाचार का हिसाब चाहे आतिशी हो, चाहे अरविंद केजरीवाल हो, चाहे मनीष सिसोदिया हो, इन सबको देना पड़ेगा।
In the ongoing suo motu hearing regarding the alleged rape and murder of a resident doctor at RG Kaur Medical College in Kolkata, the Supreme Court expressed deep concern after reviewing the CBI status report, with Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud remarking, and I quote, "We are ourselves disturbed by what we have read." Here are the full details of today's hearing.
While hearing the RG Kaur rape and murder case today, noting that the Supreme Court has seen the CBI status report on its investigation into the RG Kaur case, Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud remarked, "We are ourselves disturbed by what we have read." The Supreme Court is hearing a suo motu case regarding the alleged rape and murder of a resident doctor at the RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata. The court said, "We have looked at the CBI report. Disclosing status will jeopardize further investigation." Senior advocate Kapil Sibal, representing the West Bengal government in the Supreme Court regarding the Kolkata rape and murder case, objected to the live streaming of the proceedings. Sibal argued, and I quote, "The reputation I have built over 50 years is at risk of being damaged. Our chambers are receiving death threats. The live streaming must be halted." To this, Chief Justice of India said it is a matter of public interest and it is an open court. Next, lawyers representing an association for doctors for patients in West Bengal spoke on state's move to reduce women doctors' working hours to 12 hours and no night duty. In response, Chief Justice asserts that women do not want concessions but require state to provide safety day and night. You cannot tell women of this country to not work at night. It is your duty to provide them protection whenever they work, CJI said. He added that it would be inappropriate if women are given special concessions regarding the hours of duty, inappropriate for women to be targeted. State has assured that this clause will be deleted. Senior advocate Karuna Nandi and senior advocate Indra Jaisingh, who represent the senior doctors and junior doctors, argue that the West Bengal government's Ratere Sathi scheme and its designated personnel for doctor protection should be discontinued. They recommend that regular police personnel be assigned instead. Now here CJI pointed out that the crime was allegedly committed by a civic volunteer. What security would junior doctors have against security personnel, he asked. In response, Mr. Sibal assured that proper verification will be conducted and hiring will be managed through a security company. He says that proper arrangements will be made once the CISF's deployment ends. He adds that there are police outposts in every hospital. However, CJI noted that there are 28 government hospitals, 17 associated with the government hospitals. We are dealing with the government hospitals, young doctors, 18-23 years girls are here to work. We are dealing with them. Having a contractual workforce there, we will have a completely insecure source there. For more updates on what is happening in the Supreme Court hearing, keep watching the Indian Express.
The Mamata Banerjee government in West Bengal on Tuesday appointed Manoj Kumar Verma as the new Commissioner of Kolkata Police. Verma, a 1998 batch IPS officer, was serving as Additional Director General, Law and Order, West Bengal before his latest appointment. Mamata Banerjee had announced Vineet Goyal's removal on the night of the meeting with junior doctors as a part of meeting their 5 demands. Let's take a look at the profile of the new Commissioner of the Kolkata Police. The Mamata Banerjee government has appointed Manoj Kumar Verma as the new Commissioner of Kolkata Police. Verma replaces Vineet Kumar Goyal, who has been transferred as Additional Director General of the Special Task Force. This decision follows Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's meeting with protesting doctors who have been on strike since August 10th. They were demanding justice for a trainee doctor who was raped and murdered at RG Kar Hospital last month. On Monday, Banerjee agreed to most of the doctors' demands and announced the removal of key officials, including Police Commissioner Vineet Goyal, Director of Medical Education Kaustav Nayak, Deputy Commissioner of the North Division Abhishek Gupta, and Director of Health Services Debashish Haldar. Banerjee said that Goyal expressed his willingness to step down during the meeting. The name of the new Police Commissioner, Manoj Kumar Verma, was announced after a scheduled hearing in the Supreme Court on Tuesday. The impasse was broken after multiple failed attempts, with both sides finally agreeing to meet at Banerjee's Kalighat residence. While hearing a batch of pleas against bulldozer actions in various states, the Supreme Court today passed an interim order that no demolition should take place in the country without its permission. The court, however, clarified that this order won't apply to encroachments on public roads, footpaths, railway lines, or other public spaces such as water bodies. Let's look at a detailed report. In an interim order on Tuesday directed that there should be no demolition without its permission of properties of persons just because they are accused of being involved in a crime. A 2-judge bench of Justices B.R. Gavai and K.V. Viswanathan said, and I quote, "Till next date there should be stay on demolition without leave of court," and added that it was passing the direction in exercise of its powers under Article 142 of the Constitution. The bench clarified that the direction will not apply to removal of unauthorized constructions on public streets, footpaths, railway lines, or water bodies. As the bench was hearing pleas which alleged that some states were carrying out demolitions of houses of persons accused of involvement in crimes, Justice Viswanathan remarked, and I quote, "Even if there is one instance of illegal demolition, it is against ethos of the Constitution." Solicitor General Tushar Mehta objected to the court passing such a direction, saying it will tie the hands of statutory authorities. He submitted that those whose constructions were demolished were already issued notices in the past and it so happened that they committed other crimes in the meanwhile. But it is not correct to say the demolition is linked to their involvement in the crime. However, the bench questioned the timing and asked why the authorities suddenly acted in 2024 only. Fixing the matter for hearing next on October 1st, it said that heavens will not fall if the demolitions are not carried out for 2 weeks. Justice Gavai said, "Stay your hands, nothing will happen in 15 days. The judge said the court had already made it clear that it will not come in the way of removing unauthorized constructions and added, quote unquote, but the executive can't be judge. Mehta also said there is an attempt to build a narrative that a specific community is being targeted, but Justice Viswanathan said, outside noise not influencing us, and we won't get into the question of which community at this point. Hearing the matter on September 2nd, the Supreme Court had said it will lay down pan-India guidelines to take care of concerns in this regard. The main plea in the matter related to the demolition drive against unauthorized constructions in Delhi's Jahangir Puri area soon after communal violence in 2022. The petitioners pointed out that many state governments were increasingly resorting to the use of bulldozers to demolish properties of people accused in crimes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi slammed the opposition while addressing a public rally in Bhubaneswar. He drew a comparison between the British regime and opposition and alleged that the people who are trying to divide and break the Indian society are irked by Ganesh Utsav. Couple of days back, the opposition had hit out at PM Modi for participating in a Ganpati Puja at CGI D.Y. Chandrachud's house.
अंग्रेजों की नजरों में उस समय भी गणेश उत्सव खटकता था। आज भी समाज को बांटने और तोड़ने में लगे सत्ता के भूखे लोगों को गणेश पूजा से परेशानी हो रही है। आपने देखा होगा कांग्रेस और उसके इकोसिस्टम के लोग पिछले कुछ दिनों से इसलिए भड़के हुए हैं क्योंकि मैंने गणपति पूजन में हिस्सा लिया था। और तो और कर्नाटका में जहां इनकी सरकार है वहां तो इन लोगों ने और भी बड़ा अपराध किया। इन लोगों ने भगवान गणेश की प्रतिमा को ही सलाखों के पीछे डाल दिया। पूरा देश उन तस्वीरों से विचलित हो गया। ये नफरत भरी सोच, समाज में जहर घोलने की ये मानसिकता, ये हमारे देश के लिए बहुत खतरनाक है।
Now news from the poll-bound states, Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir. The first phase of the Jammu and Kashmir elections will be held tomorrow. Meanwhile, the Election Commission has completed all preparations for the polls. In Haryana, Union Home Minister Amit Shah addressed 2 public rallies in Loharu and Faridabad today. That's all for the day, but leaving you with the viral video of BJP MLA Sarita Bahaduria, who fell on the railway tracks while flagging off Vande Bharat in UP's Etawah because of overcrowding during the flagging off ceremony.